By a show of hands, how many people have been to see a musical or play in a theater? Okay, awesome. Now, think about the behind the scenes energy that usually happens. Actors running back and forth, crew members whispering, and the strange tension that comes up right before a curtain rises. What I'm about to talk about should be important because it shows how unusual rituals help people cope with high pressure situations. And let's be real, when something matters to us, we all have our little superstitions, right? Whether it's athletes wearing lucky socks, I'm wearing my grandma's necklace right now, students bringing a good luck pencil for every test. These small beliefs give us a weird sense of control. The theater is awash with superstitions. Today, we are going to be looking at 3 of the most popular ones. The belief that a bad dress rehearsal equals a good opening night, the ghost light, and the curse of the Scottish play. First, let's talk about what happens when a dress rehearsal totally bombs. Mark A. Robinson, in a 2020 article from Broadway Direct, says, "No one really knows where this superstition came from, but it's something theater people swear by. But there's actually a psychological reason behind it." As acting coach Mark Westbird explained in a dramatics.org article written by Kate Morgan, no date listed, this superstition might make statistical sense. He explains about the regression to the mean. If your dress rehearsal is really bad, your next performance is likely to fall closer to your average ability, which means it just feels better. In fact, in May of 2025, a University of South Carolina theater student shared an interview with Joseph Gloss for the Folklore Project that their cast completely fell apart during dress rehearsal. They missed their cues, the costumes ripped, it was total chaos. But when opening night hit, they nailed it. The audience loved it, the superstition felt real. Recently in Fulton County, we just had the youth production of The Enchanted Bookshop. My daughter was in it, and she had a rough family night dress rehearsal, but then the opening night, the kids got out there and they did great. That is how those superstitions keep living. If you've ever seen a stage late at night, you probably know about our next topic, which is the ghost light. A ghost light is a light bulb on a pole, just bare, and it's meant to be for safety. But of course, with all these superstitions, it always isn't just about safety. The ghost light is actually used to give the ghosts a spotlight of their own while they're playing, and hopefully while they have their turn in the theater while it's empty, then they won't bother the performance for the actors when it's their time to perform. The Shakespeare Theater Company, in a post with no author or date listed, reflected on how during the pandemic, ghost lights became like a beacon of hope. And they had recovery funds set up, and it was like saying, like, hey, guys, we're gonna be back, just wait out for us, and we'll all get through this together. This article that I have up here for this slide is actually from a July 2020 article by J.D. Rosa for Talk Business and Politics. It speaks on how the Walton Arts Center launched a $1 million campaign to make up for revenue lost during the COVID-19 pandemic. Now this last one, even non-theater people might know about. Actors won't say the name inside a theater. They call it the Scottish play instead. Why? Well, invoking the Scottish play by its true name during production and rehearsals is believed to bring bad luck to the stage. Ewan Carr reported for NPR News on February 5th, 2010. The real origin of the curse is shrouded in mystery, but becomes so real that the actors avoid saying the name just out of fear that it might jinx the production. Over the years, people have blamed it for fights on the stage, broken bones, even heart attacks. But because these word of mouth stories feel so real and they have anecdotal evidence, theater folk take this one very seriously. I'm trying really hard not to say this name right now as I am in my own production. And if someone does slip up and say, well, tradition dictates that you have to leave the building, spin around 3 times while spinning, and beg for forgiveness. As such, I left the building. Toot, 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 toot. I am so sorry that I invoked the name of that nasty Scottish king. Please forgive me and let my production be an A-worthy report. Whew, that was close. So, as we have seen today, the theater is awash with strange and fascinating superstitions. We've explored the belief that a bad dress rehearsal leads to a good opening night, the legend behind the ghost light, and of course, the curse of the Scottish play. Whether you believe it or not, ghosts, curses, or rituals, one thing's for sure, the show must go on.